YouTube, what up, what's happening? Checking in. It's your boy, man. I'm out here, nature. You know what I mean? Drinking a little green tea, you know what I'm saying? Get my morning started. Wednesday, hump day. I hope you're having a good one out there, you know what I mean? Every day's a gift. So make the best of it, you know? Do something positive. Help somebody else out, even if it's small, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But I'll make this video real brief, man. It's a little small, little tidbit I want to throw out there. Let me take a sip of my tea real quick. There's a video out there by, you might know this guy. He's an inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, whatever you want to call it, YouTuber named Gary Vee. I can't remember the title of the video, but it was a pretty good video. It inspired me to actually move back home with my parents. And he's basically telling people, like, this is the time to get back with your people, get back with a community of people. A community of people that basically, like I said, is best to be with blood relatives, people that you already kind of know their habits, can trust a little bit, or you can kind of figure them out, things of that nature. But honestly, this is I kind of moved, January, like right before the pandemic. So January is when at the end of December, January, so basically 8 months I've been doing this now. And I just want to give people a realistic viewpoint and maybe a personal perspective of my journey with that advice that he gave. It's good advice. It's great advice. Depending on your family. Depending on who you are too. Because it takes a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of rebuilding, because people go through a lot of experiences. Life beat people up pretty good sometimes, and it takes a lot of something to bring people back together. And everybody's like, we're not kids anymore, right? So people want to be respected differently, and people see themselves differently than maybe how you saw them. And I think that's where the biggest issue comes in. And he didn't explain that in the video. That part he didn't explain. He made this thing kind of like real euphoric. You can't lose, man. The thing about it, you gotta understand, man. You're back at home with your parents. That's the best support system in the world. You got your, you know what I'm saying, and you got all the time in the world just to become an entrepreneur and all these different fly things he was saying that get you kind of like motivated. Worked on me, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna let you guys know what happened though through my journey with that advice. Well, like I said, back in January is when I decided to move up. I actually quit my job. I was working in Houston, working in like a corporate building and stuff like that. And I quit that job, just quit it. It wasn't hard for me to do it neither. Found another little job, a little, UPS job, little Amazon packaging kind of ordeal. It's like, I don't look at jobs as very important. I look at like a career or something that is gonna hold most of my life, like time, and hold some kind of worth in it. I look at that as the bigger viewpoint. So I have a lot of jobs and I just do them. But making that point to make this point, I wanted to come up here and start a career. You know what I mean? I want this to come up here and start something that is that my whole family can like I say, be involved in, and we can all come together and basically, like you said, be a support system for each other. Didn't quite work out that way. The thing about it is, like I said, to his defense, he said his parents, growing up, his parents were his biggest support system, his biggest go-to go out there and do it. His biggest like just do it type of, you know, motivation for him. They never kind of like held him back or anything. In comparison, me growing up, it wasn't quite that, you know, almost the polar opposite of what he experienced. My parents just kind of didn't believe in, you know, skill sets outside of what can be just manipulated by people with positions, you know. So if I decided to like be something, or decided I wanted to like do something that was, I don't know, say entertainment, say let's keep it there, like entertainment, they tell me straight up, I'm not gonna work. um I don't think so, and you should go be a police officer, or you should go do the army, you should go work in the hospital. You know, just like that kind of like basic um, line of work. There was no real, like, as far as a life journey, there wasn't any real interest in it, to the point where I just I did a lot of activities outside of school, but didn't even consult with my parents about them. Like, I did it was multiple school plays that I was in that I didn't even tell anybody about. I just made a way to get there, and I did it, and I was the only one who knew about it, besides the people that were in the play with me and the people at my school. Other than that, I didn't really have family there to watch the school plays. It didn't even ring to me that that was weird when I was a kid. You know, I just kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of just did it because, like I said, it wasn't a natural system of support there, so I didn't really expect it. So honestly, the journey, man, starting from, like I said, January all the way to now, has been just basically stalemate, as far as the collective vision of like family coming together and trying to make something happen. It's just been stalemate. It's been basically just, you know, much hasn't changed, honestly. You know what I mean? As far as me, like I've I did a lot of like trying to be, some people would say like some people say like trying to play Superman or superhero or something like that, trying to be the motivation for my family, trying to bring them together and trying to show them that, like, yo, we could really have something special here if we just kind of put our minds together. Um, Trying to let them know exactly how hard it isn't, how easy it actually is. So, and I think this is what I want to really capitalize on with this video, is to say this point. If you're going to try that, and if you're going to do it, I say put your heart into it. Put your heart into it, put everything into it. Also be aware of the sacrifice that's gonna come with that. One, you're gonna have to take whatever is available at that point. Two, meaning that, and let me break that down. Take whatever's available, meaning that when I first got down here, I had to literally sleep on the couch because of the room. Sleep on the den's couch because the rooms were not ready. It was, you know, it was a lot going on with that. I don't even want to go like too far into that, but, you know, I had to sleep on the couch for a while, kind of even sleep on the floor for a little bit. And, you know, I took that sacrifice. And you think about that. So you're going from having your own room to trying to do something to benefit collective of people, and you coming back, you're dialing your actual living like comfort level down a lot. So understand that point, which is fine. All a part of a bigger vision, a bigger purpose, whatever you want to call it. But understand that that is one part that you really have to understand. that sacrifice is very necessary. So that's one. Two is coming together and trying to really have communication being like number one. That's another difficult thing because people, they just don't want to be told what to do. And even when you're trying to be nice and diplomatic about it, people don't want to be told what to do. So that is another problem that I ran into. You know what I'm saying? Trying to direct people, trying to create a flow that could be productive, that can help like engineer this new kind of like thing, you know. It just was not a there's fucking bugs out here and shit today. It was just, you know, I ain't gonna lie, nature is kind of like giving me a little fight today. But yeah, it's just something like, you know, honestly, it has been a frustrating journey. At the same time, you're around loved ones, you know, you don't get that time again. So that's a good part in contrast of like all of the bad things that you have to like endure. But the main goal, and this is the thing is, the main goal is not to give up. So all of this stuff is gonna look bad. Even right now, it's still a mid journey for me. All of it's gonna look bad. And that's what it took. It took a lot of getting rid of a lot of that bad stuff. And you think I'm like 8 months in right now. You would think that, oh, well, you guys should have got a shitload done. And no, not at all. It's just getting to a point where we can actually, the foundation is being like fermented, is being nice and patted down. You know, that's it. That's where we at. We just now laying dirt on the ground that we dug up. And we're kind of ready to start growing. Kind of. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it takes a while. And I guess that's the thing about, I guess I could say next is patience. So you got to have patience. You know, over patience, though, I'm going to say have a great plan. Have a great plan and have like strict time deadlines on it. Seriously. That right there will save you a lot of the things that I went through. I think that's very important advice. Have a strict deadline and have a plan to execute. You know, have fun, but like I said, it is your time. And if you're trying to go on a mission where you're trying to be the leader or trying to be the engineer of this new type of energy thing that's going on, it's going to take a lot out of you. So I'll tell you straight up, have a plan to execute. Plan to execute, man. And from there, man, everything should be good. You know, I think. Like I said, right now, we're still at the point where we're kind of ready to grow some things and we're kind of ready to, like, do some things and, you know, and basically, we're ready, man. We had to get rid of a lot of the unnecessary bullshit that was, like, underneath the surface, you know. So I'm telling everybody, those are a few things that I kind of ran into as like road bumps, and I'm hoping that you guys don't have to. If you're looking at this video, please take just the key notes that I gave you, and just like seriously apply those, and understand that I'm going through it right now, so my journey is not complete. But understand the things that I did tell you. There's almost unless you had the upbringing that Gary Vee had, these things are almost unavoidable. They really are. So that's all I gotta say, man. Wish you guys good luck with that. I'm out.